Hello guys, this is Igor MGTOW and video games, and today we've picked a certain topic, and now I'm going to give you the Hangouts link so that you can share your perspective about this. But this is a really important topic since there are companies like Netflix and Gillette making stupid commercials attacking men, and I'm going to tell you why you should avoid them. This is a much more detailed video. But this is a where I basically shut down the stream from playing from my own computer, but you're going to have now. Now I'm going to send you the Hangouts link if you want. But today's topic is important because there are some companies making commercials that are anti-male, like Gillette and of course Netflix, if you haven't seen my recent video already, and I'm going to tell you why you should avoid them. Oh, and also click the like button, by the way. And also, if you want, you can join the Hangouts, but let's get into the topics. So recently, Netflix made a commercial basically attacking men. I already did a video about it, but this is the more detailed part. Now I'm going to explain to you why this is a very, very bad idea, because once you go woke, you go broke. It's simple as that. Once you go woke, you go broke. It's that simple. What? Nobody wants to buy anti-male products. So these companies can keep making anti-male products, but we aren't going to be getting much revenue. Now another thing that is basically use baby silencers to silence toxic masculinity, as they call it, which is of course fake, since there is no existence of that. So of course this is going to be a pretty controversial live stream. So guys, you can basically write in the chat or join the Hangouts. I don't feel comfortable pushing any buttons anymore, so I don't give you a thumbs up or down. I'm just here to support my favorite channel. Wait, who is this? How is Penny here? Why are you Why are you here? Aren't you supposed to be somewhere else? But let's get into the real topic. So moderators, if you're here, you can just deal with Penny while I talk about the subject. So we don't care, so let's talk about it. So there are companies like Gillette and Netflix. Netflix is the most recent example. They've made a commercial basically bashing men and basically putting baby silencers on them, which is pretty much bullshit. You can see my video reaction on that. No need, I already have thousands of free moderators. But let's get into the... Netflix is trash. Got a throwaway email if you want to watch something. Ever pay for it. Yes, and another thing is, as soon as companies make commercials that are anti-male, their customer base will drop, and that leads to them losing money. So basically, this is just a more detailed example of the common phrase, get woke, go broke. And Gillette, basically, when they made their crappy commercial, basically a few months ago, they also lost a lot of customers. So basically, Netflix didn't even learn anything about why you shouldn't do that. So basically, oh, hello, time in a bottle. Oh, you're speaking suddenly Russian now. What happened? And by the way, you can deal with Penny while I talk Oh yes, and Penny gotta make trouble. Time in a bottle, you can deal with her. You're a mod. So anyways, let's get into the topic. So anyways, we have companies like Netflix and Gillette trying to make commercials that are anti-male, and basically major corporations are already feminist, and they're basically trying to make anti-male commercials, and it's good that they're failing because they should fail. I mean, nobody should buy anti-male products. So this is why immediately after their commercial, they lost a lot of customers, especially Netflix. And also Cybermonk made a video about it. And thank you Time in a Bottle for sharing the link to the video in the last stream. So gotta give a shout out to you Time in a Bottle, since you basically give me an ability to make a video about this. So how dare you, there are thousands, hundreds of US accents. Oh, yes. Oh, by the way, what? I'm just curious, so what are you talking about? I'm just asking. But let's get into the topic. So companies often like to promote feminism and women and the gynocentric existence in society by really making really shitty commercials, basically saying that, oh, we are patriarchy and we are toxic masculinity and something like that. And as soon as companies make these commercials, the most common thing that is going to happen is nobody is going to want the product. Also, NukiBot, if you want to join the live stream, remember that Hangouts ends in August the 1st. So YouTube basically made sure that Hangouts ends in the August of 1st. So guys, if you want to, I'm in Serbia. But anyways, if you want to join and share your perspective, you can join on the Hangouts link provided just around now. Wait, Penny, you aren't supposed to be here. Also, keep in mind that I can expel people who aren't supposed to be here. And hello, NukiBot.
Hey, what's up, buddy? What's the topic today?
Today we're going to be talking about how recently Netflix made a commercial basically bashing men. And basically, they made a remodeled baby silencer and said they're going to silence patriarchy with it. Cybermonk made a video about it, and also I also made a video. But today's topic is going to be in general about why you should avoid companies who try to basically do the get woke, go broke formula. And also we're going to be backtracking about Gillette's failures and why no company should follow in Gillette's footsteps.
Yeah, I started boycotting Gillette, and I started. I believe Procter and Gamble is the parent company. I stopped buying their products too.
Yes, but Gillette isn't the only one that made the mistake. Recently, Netflix has decided to make an anti-male commercial. Basically, they want to create a new product, which is basically a remodeled plastic baby silencer, and says they can shut up toxic masculinity with it or something like that. Something along those lines.
These people are stupid.
Oh yes, apparently they learned nothing from Gillette.
Right, that's true. Nothing.
Also, nobody is watching TV shows right now.
Yeah,
So basically, their business is already not being interested, and now they've just alienated their own customers.
yeah,
So basically, it's their own failure.
of course.
And today we are generally going to be talking about why you should avoid such companies and why these companies often like to make this mistake, even though it's not a great idea.
I think
And why
when you start cutting their money off, that's what hits them the most. You can do a lot of complaining, but once you start boycotting products and stop buying things, that will get their attention faster than anything.
well apparently Gillette isn't really popular anymore.
Yeah,
Wait, who was that? Oh yes, I thought someone else joined. Oh
go ahead.
oh yes, and basically we are going to be talking about why companies do such mistakes and why it's not really a great idea to do that and why you should avoid their products. So let's begin. So so basically any company in the kind of centric society, basically a society designed to basically help women, they want to basically make a commercial that supports women and that basically is is making bullshit commercials against men. And when there are things like MGTOW, especially us, when they try to do that, they're often going to end up with a little bit less money.
Yeah, well,
So,
they're going to end up with a lot less money. They keep it up.
oh yes, and basically they do it to stop toxic masculinity or some kind of bullshit.
Oh Lord.
But but basically their own their own bad decisions lead to them losing money. So of course, so basically anyone running a business don't follow these mistakes.
Yeah, because I mean, what is? Did you do any research on Netflix? What is their largest demographic, meaning male to female ratio?
I didn't.
Yeah.
So basic. So
Let,
I'm
let's
simply
just say, their audience is roughly half male, half female. They just
that's
alienated half of their viewers.
that's what I'm about to think. So so basically they basically alienated half of their audience and basically that alienated half of the audience spread why you shouldn't buy into Netflix and they lost even more customers. Basically every time a company does a gynocentric commercial, it's basically lighting fire on money.
Hmm. Hmm. I mean, there's no other way to describe it. They're being dumb.
Oh
I mean, they
yes.
get into this. What's the word I'm looking for? What is it called? The controversy, where they're trying to get in the middle of this so-called culture war, and they're losing now.
Oh yes. So apparently so apparently I'm going to assume I'm going to assume that the entire department of marketing was feminist and that's why they made the commercial. Because Gillette's marketing department was a feminist who made the commercial.
Yeah, yeah, man. That's something. I mean, it's like everywhere feminists go, they bring that idiocy with them.
Of
Everywhere.
course, because they want to feminize everything, including men.
Yeah. Did you see the new controversy?
Oh yeah, yes,
No.
but another thing that I would wait. Are you running the stream?
Huh?
Are you watching the stream at the same time as we're talking?
Yes, I'm clicking back and forth.
I thought you were actually playing audio, which
A video,
wouldn't be a really great idea.
a video game.
No, basically playing audio from the stream.
Oh no! What I do is I got the here. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I had the yeah. Sorry about that. I had both of them up at the same time. I had it down really low. Was you getting the echo?
Oh yes.
Sorry about that.
Pro-
Because that
but
was.
let's get
Go ahead.
but let's get back to the topic. So, anyways, there are some companies in the gynocentric society who basically do it while being blind, while not realizing that it's a mistake, because women's rights matters or some bullshit excuse. What they're really doing is under the masquerade of women's rights, they're basically throwing away money. When they realize what they have done, it would be too late.
Yeah, they're also throwing away brand loyalty. You had people who bought their products for years.
Oh yeah, so another thing is it's the same thing, and Netflix and Gillette aren't the only thing doing that. There are other companies considering or already getting woke.
Yeah,
And
I was
and
going to
the
ask you, did you see the new controversy now?
I only remember recently of women's soccer trying to make bullshit equality demands.
Oh wow, that's pretty good, but that's not the most recent one. The recent one is the Black Woman 007. Did you see that?
Oh, I'm going to make a video about it. I'm going to research it.
That stuff is ridiculous. I mean, it's like when something is working, why would you just screw it up? You know, I'm a Black American man. I live in the United States. You know, I have been, let's see, watching the James Bond movies for years, and I'm really a big fan. Just like I've been a fan of Star Wars, and I like they really messed up the franchises with this going woke stuff. They're really
Because they
screwed. Go ahead.
because they had to appeal to the feminists, the women and the thoughts and the SJWs.
Yeah, I believe it was Sargon. Are you familiar with the YouTuber called Sargon?
Yes, I heard of him.
He had a video, and I saw it last night. I was watching it last night when I was off work about how anti-feminism is more prevalent or more popular than feminism is now. They said less than 7% or 6% of the people in UK identifies themselves as feminists. There is no reason for these companies to cater to feminism. There just simply is no what's the word I'm looking for? No profit in it. There's no reason for it. But they're
Yes,
doing it anyway.
but here's another thing that is very overlooked. Women may not identify as feminists, but surely they are. Otherwise, they would have already ended the divorce courts or something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, well, it's just a
So
matter
secret,
of time. Did you hear about
so
the United States?
so they are secretly feminist, and feminism has a lot of political power nowadays. Hopefully, it won't in the future.
Yeah. You have so many people in the, did you hear about the United States population? we're not repopulating. We're not having enough births to have children to replenish our population. You know, if the feminists and the other woke people is usually the millennials. It's usually the so-called leftists. They're not having any kids. They're going to get bred out. We may win this war on the long run.
Yes, but I'm not really friends with the traditionalists, and they also don't like MGTOW.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's funny. Traditionalists, they want you to have babies and they want you to pay bills and join the military. Yeah, that's a traditionalist.
Basically, traditionalism is just a nice word for covert gynocentrism.
Well, yeah.
He says population is fine. 400 million is overpopulated, and we're the most populated, populous country in the world.
Yeah, the last census, marriage was at its 84-year low. And then millennials were not having children. We're not getting, quote unquote, getting on like we used to. Right now, the population is stagnant. A lot of the population isn't our citizens. That's true.
Oh, yes. And another thing when it comes to population, I'm going a bit off topic, is even though China is the most populated, even if China is one of the most populated countries, there are still ghost towns.
Yes, 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 that's true. Men and women. I was looking at one in Japan, how the Japan population is keep declining, but Japan still won't take in refugees. They're gonna what they called it, a managed decline. They're gonna allow the population to go whatever way it decides it's gonna go, and they're just gonna manage it. They're not gonna bring in foreigners.
And this brings me to immigration. Well, I don't see immigration as a really big topic discussed in the MGTOW community because either way, immigration does not change whether society is kind of centric or not, at least in my opinion.
Of course, yes, yeah. Well, this wokeness is just
Idiotic.
yeah, and it's actually I. The reason why I brought up the population thing was because I think it directly affects society at a whole. You know, you got the few people who call themselves progressive, who calls themselves liberals, but I mean, but none of the things they do benefit society in a whole. They just benefit themselves, so to speak. They want they want
Another very hypocritical thing women and especially feminists do is basically they demand equal rights, but when they are forced to have the same things such as selective service, they go, we are special and we have our own future and something like that.
yeah, that's true. Oh, speaking of which,
Ba-
do you remember? Did you see the news? There was a teacher who's had sex with a 13-year-old boy. She got 20 years in prison for it. She was a
I don't think I
she
don't
was
think that's enough.
Well, yeah, because what happened was you had a lot of these teachers who were having sex with these underage boys, getting pregnant, molesting the little boys that go to school with them, and literally they was getting probation and no time at all. And I was really
How
surprised that she got 20 years.
how about we give them punishments, the same punishments as
They
males
give
get?
it, yeah, yeah, you're right. It's not.
But of course, feminists are going to say, we women are special and we change and we are this and that.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Because women won't let anything that isn't benefiting women.
Yeah, that's true.
And they also tried to shut down equal rights amendment because no more money for us.
Yeah, well, it's getting interesting because the more and more men that boycott or well, just simply just refuse to buy Gillette, engage with these woke products and these companies, I think it'll slowly change.
Yes, I seem to agree with that. And basically, once we and basically another thing that proves the hypocrisy of the feminists. Do you remember the women's soccer incident? They want even
Which,
more than
which
even
one?
show
Which,
basically the recent one. Do you
okay.
remember? Do you remember how the soccer team, women's soccer team, asked, we want equal pay, even though they're paid more rates than men on
Yeah.
average."
Yes.
Yes, and basically,
Makes
when
them.
the
It makes them
when the
look very foolish. It makes them look like grown children when they're constantly whining, and there's no reason for them to complain.
oh yes, and remember when someone else asked, "Would you give up the injury time pay?" and they said, oh no, we are special," and something like that.
Hmm. Yes.
That just proves that they are hypocritical and they only want a gynocentric society.
Yeah, they're you know,
Equality when we like it.
I don't think they want equality at all. I think they just simply want what they want. They just want special privileges, and it's constantly give me, give me, give me, buy me, buy me, buy me, let me have. You know what I mean?
Yes. And also, I've heard of a new thought trying to attack MGTOW. Now I'm basically trying to decide whether I should make a video on this or not.
Now, who's attacking MGTOW now?
There's this a new thought that basically embodies the entire thing of a gynocentric society. She makes videos such as her his money is my money and something like that, and basically she called us mediocre. She said
Oh,
that we're mediocre.
well, oh, what is that? A Black American woman? It sounds like it.
Oh, she is not really black American, but she is really dark skinned.
She's brown. Is she from another? Okay, I gotta look and see. It
I
sounds.
think
It
she,
sounds
I
familiar.
think she. I'm just going to say black pop, black thought from somewhere in America.
Okay. Well, did Mr. Forma make a response video to her?
Yes, and I'm also planning to do
Yeah,
that.
I think I saw it. I think I saw it.
And Red Pill Wisdom did that too.
Okay, I think I saw it. Yeah.
Yes. Now the question is, should I make a video about this or not?
I don't know. What do your fans think? You think you should? They may like it.
Oh yes, I had to shut down my video on her because I was basically using the unfiltered version of the word thought.
Okay. Okay.
I was afraid YouTube would ban me for that.
Yeah.
Since
YouTube.
YouTube is trying to be a
YouTube.
family-friendly version of.
Yeah. YouTube is. I heard they're demonetizing. I mean, I'm a big fan of Demolition Ranch and Hickok 45. I enjoy
They're
those.
de- I think they're demonetizing gun channels
Yeah,
and
all
history
the,
channels as
yeah,
well.
all the gun channels.
Yes, cause there shall be no more guns in this leftist utopia.
Yes.
Leftist feminist utopia.
Yes. Igor.
What?
Um, Do you believe in gun control or you believe in guns?
I believe in do whatever you want.
Okay, freedom.
Oh yes, and another thing these companies often like to do is basically these companies are trying to become more and more feminist.
Yeah,
And
they become
and
a.
another thing,
Go ahead.
especially this topic also concerns YouTube and Facebook. Remember how there was a summit talking about these websites censoring people? Oh
Yes.
yes, some basically it was like this. Legacy media was like this. Quick, call him something bad. The narrative is collapsing.
Huh. These. I generally don't want. I generally don't know what to say. I mean, we as the public have to put our foot down and refuse to patronize these companies that are doing this anti-male thing, and support companies that support us. I mean, this is the only way that's going to stop this.
I agree, and that must be done. Luckily, Gillette and Netflix rates of use has dropped.
Hmm, that's something. I remember when Netflix rose their prices just by a couple bucks, and people start dropping them. So we'll see.
So things are happening the way we want, and basically, do you remember that White House social media summit? Because YouTube and Facebook and all these other websites are becoming more and more woke and starting to basically shut down people.
Yeah, because it's my understanding that the more and more YouTube is going woke, the more and more people are going over to Gab and BitChute.
I have a BitChute account.
Do you?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, I need to. I got one too, but I'm not on it. I'm not a
Yeah,
content creator.
it's
I
not
go
my
on it.
primary account.
Yeah, I just go on it once in a while.
So basically, I'll start making more videos on BitChute. Apparently, since I'm not really being banned by YouTube, I don't see a need, but I'll be making more content
Yeah,
creation on BitChute.
diversifying is always the best strategy. Are you familiar
Oh
with
yes, and
Are you familiar with a YouTuber called Sticks Hexenhammer?
not really, but another thing, I'm also planning to upload my videos on Daily Motion.
Yeah, he's not a MGTOW and he doesn't like MGTOW, but he's a very intelligent guy. He does political commentary, and he's the reason why I switched over to BitChute to listen to his content because some of his.
Uh, what did
Go ahead.
what did YouTube do?
Well, he does political commentary. He's a libertarian, and it's amazing. He is so what's the word I'm looking for? Liberal that they think he's right wing, which is amazing to me. He just is. He just thinks for himself. And they called him a what do you call it? A neo-Nazi, if I'm not mistaken. And it's the furthest from the
This
truth.
is another thing. Another thing that legacy media likes to do is, let's
Label.
say something like this. They have an opponent and they do something. Quick, the narrative is falling. Call him something bad.
Yeah, yeah. He's got over 300,000 followers or subscribers, and they're doing everything in their power to make his channel to diminish his channel.
I'm not really interested in his content.
Yeah, it's all political.
Yes, I'm more into making MGTOW content. I'm making
Yeah,
gameplay videos.
yeah.
In the future, I'm planning to stream gameplay.
Oh, okay. I would love to see that.
And another thing, Hangouts on Air, the platform I use, is going away in October. No, it's August 1st.
Okay.
Because Google is replacing it with something else. But the problem is it wants us to switch to webcam streaming, which doesn't allow me to say invite people on here and basically let me live stream and make my own and let people
I wonder,
voice their things.
oh, okay. I wonder why they want to do that.
They want to create a new platform.
Yeah. Okay.
And another thing that I would announce is that the MechTube project, which is an alternative to YouTube, has been temporarily suspended due to MGTOW going to BitChute.
Okay.
Basically, we need to create. Basically, we need to create a development. Basically, what we need to do is make a development team since basically MechTube has a lot of critical features missing. Basically, the upload button is just a prototype, it doesn't work. The comment, I have made a custom comment section, but every time you comment, it doesn't load. So basically, it's only the beginning of the YouTube and it doesn't even show videos. So critical features are missing.
Okay.
So basically, we need to add those in.
You know
So
what? The
now
more and
that
more
we
these.
most make us
Go ahead.
continue. You continue.
Oh, the more and more these alternative websites become popular, the more and more they're going to boost their capabilities, and sooner or later, we'll get those things added on, and then we wouldn't have to deal with this woke left progressiveness. Um, Google owns YouTube, and I think Google got actually caught by Project Veritas, and they're trying to censor conservative voices.
Oh yes.
Yeah, anybody that's against anything that's leftist.
Remember how they used to call it? It's just a conspiracy theory. It's not real.
Yeah, they found it out. It's real.
Oh yes, but we're planning. But the plan is to make a new platform specific for MGTOWs.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We sure do.
Oh yes, and even though when I make my own platform or I move to BitChute, those can be done at the same time. I'll still have the YouTube channel up and running.
Yeah, yeah. Do what everybody else do. Have more than one online presence. That way, no one individual or one individual company can shut you down.
And the plan is MechTube would be like half YouTube, half Discord. Basically,
You know
there
what?
would be,
I heard about Discord. I need to actually check them out.
but my website would be half YouTube, half Discord. Basically, Discord allows you to create custom servers where people talk. And basically, I want to incorporate that with YouTube's video making ability. So I basically want to copy both of that and introduce it to my new website.
Mm.
And since we don't actually know when it will be developed, and since the project is temporarily suspended, I'd say the best case scenario is 2028.
Oh, okay.
But if something changes for the better, it will be sooner.
I hope it goes sooner. I hope it changes for the better.
Just something to clear for name withheld. So he basically thinks we're screwed. So,
Oh,
anyways, what I want to say, no, we just avoid gynocentric companies. And my pronunciation, my writing isn't great. I'm going to fix this. There we go, grammar fix. So, now that we've discussed this of the topic, now the plan is that we need to create alternatives to such companies.
uh-huh.
So basically, MacTube is an alternative, and oh yes, that. So basically, word is infamous.
Hmm.
But let's get back to the topic.
Okay.
So now now MacTube is no MacTube. If everything goes alright, is going to come out. And not really now, but if things go in the right direction, we might be able to have it. Have you heard of? Oh yes, I did heard of Third Flinging Monkey.
No, well, that says turd flinging money. Is that somebody new?
No, it's
You just made a
he.
mistake?
Yes,
Okay.
I
I,
think he made a
I
mistake.
think turd flinging monkey is like, he's got to be like the number one MGTOW guy, right?
Apart from Sandman.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I take that back. Yeah. Sandman. Turd flinging monkey.
Uh,
He's in a close
uh,
second.
they're both big channels.
Yeah. But I Googled turd flinging monkey and he've actually made the mainstream media news.
Yes, of course there are some triggered snowflakes who don't like MGTOW.
Okay.
So alternatives will be coming up.
I'm a conservative. I agree with the original MGTOW.
Uh, she's a troll. She's a troll.
Yeah. I'm a
We've
conservative.
experienced.
I'm a conservative too, but I believe in a lot of things. I believe in the MGTOW philosophy. I'm not a traditional conservative in that regard.
Don't believe her. She's a troll. She
Yeah.
already tried to mess with my channel multiples of times.
Oh, okay. Let me guess. You blocked her before. She just changed her name.
She makes new accounts.
Okay.
I'm a reporter for MGTOW. We don't need you. We already have thousands of channels.
Yeah, that's no exaggeration.
I'm not a troll, Ben. Explain those thousands of accounts. She basically has thousands of accounts, and she basically has thousands of accounts she uses to troll people or whatever she calls.
Hmm.
She already threatened to flag my channel in 1 month ago, I think.
I'm curious
She already
if
she
she
already destroyed
if she's offended by the content. Why does she keep coming to your channel? That makes
because she likes to troll people.
that makes no God bless sense. Want attention. I think we had this discussion before about how no matter where a man goes, a woman will follow.
Oh yes, those attention thoughts.
Yeah.
I swear I'm not a troll. Explain those thousands of accounts you got there. No one needs that amount of accounts. Except for MGTOWs that may be deleted by YouTube. Then I see a real reason. What is the concept behind alimony? I understand why child support exists. Another thing that I would like to add to the
It's to
discussion.
maintain a woman's lifestyle.
Uh, so basically, even though a woman wants to separate with you, she still wants your money because she's hypergamous. That's how
Exactly.
alimony. That's how alimony existed.
Exactly.
I have 5 accounts, 4 for college. Well, then explain why are you using all of your college accounts on YouTube?
Hmm?
Crickets.
Let me see. What's the bad? There's no bad. I would never fight.
Uh, that's weird because 1 month ago she said, "What would happen if I pushed the flag button?" I'm just replying to Jordan. So basically, if she was really using her 4 accounts for college, then why are all of her 4 accounts hidden and why does she use them on YouTube? There are some holes in her story, which leads me to believe that she's a troll.
Yeah, I think you got it.
I want to see her explanation. Oh, what's this? Penny is a man. That's weird because I watched Penny's videos and she's clearly a woman.
Hmm.
You can find Penny Proud's YouTube channel, by the way, but let's just ignore her. Let's not give attention to a person who's clearly an attention thought. Let's not give attention to people who are clearly an attention thought. So let's get back to the topic. So anyways, we've outlined why we've outlined why we should avoid companies that basically are going woke. We've outlined why they're doing so. Now let's go to the conclusion. And since the end of the live stream is pretty close, let's actually go to the conclusion of this live stream. So the conclusion. So and I'm going to say that word. So basically, the thing is, the companies are not going to have a great time using the "oh no, men are toxic" something like that. Igor, I'm your fan even when you're mean. I'm not mean. I'm just asking myself why are you even here? You aren't supposed to be here. Like women shouldn't be in MGTOW. Just like Igor Curtin said. So the conclusion is that every time a company tries to make a bullshit commercial or tries to call us men toxic, masculine, something like that, they usually end up losing money and they end up irrelevant. Almost as if they haven't existed. And basically having your financial profits be cut in half is very scary, especially for large companies like Netflix. So basically the conclusion is, if you're anyone running a company, don't follow Netflix or Gillette's footsteps. It won't lead to any good.
No, he won't. I don't think they realize that men become content. And a man be like, well, I don't need you either. And, they'll just simply just refuse to buy the products, ignore them. You know what I mean? I don't think they
Yes.
realize that.
So other companies, don't follow Gillette or Netflix footsteps. Listen to your customers instead. Companies should basically listen to what women want and not make bad commercials. That's it, and they can keep the loyalty and the audience.
Yeah,
But that's too much for feminist companies. But now that we've explained what companies should do, anyways, this has been Igor MGTOW and V Games. Like and subscribe if you haven't already done so. Hit the notification bell if you haven't already done so. And anyways, this has been Igor MGTOW and V Games, and bye bye. Ending stream now.
All right, buddy. Good.
So bye bye, guys.